Hello and welcome. I am Gimba Umar. Tonight, political tensions heats up once again in River State ahead of the rerun elections there. Nigerian troops clear Boko Haram camps, killing several of the insurgents in a coordinated operation in Borno State. And labor movement in Nigeria calls for economic sanctions against Morocco for its continued colonization of Western Saharan people. And US President Barack Obama warns White House contenders to avoid raising tensions a day after a rally by Donald Trump was called off amid clashes.
And on business news tonight, the bulls maintain positive trend on the market in 4 consecutive sessions.
And in sports news, Nigeria's Flamingos thrashed South Africa 6-0 in the first leg of the final round of qualifiers for this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup to be played in Jordan.
We begin tonight with the political tensions in River State, which has continued to gather momentum as the State and National Assembly rerun elections get closer. With less than 1 week to the polls, the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, in the state are currently in a war of words over issues bordering on recent killings and the conduct of the elections. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Ere, reports.
Scores of APC youths in the streets in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, as leaders and supporters of the party wait patiently for the former governor and Minister of Transport Rotimi Amechi, who is currently engaging the media on trending issues in Rivers politics, to meet with them. The minister tells journalists that the government of the day should be made to answer questions about the recent killings in the state.
So the only way you can stop insecurity is for the governor to stop supporting these criminals, to stop his party from killing APC members. That is not politics. When I came, I never slept. I slept 5 a.m. and woke up at 7 to go to work. I was on the street. In fact, one day my wife quarreled me that instead of staying at home, I'm always on the street. I put her in the car to follow me that night. After that day, she left me to do my work. So we need the governor to buy in. They should stop this killing.
He says there is no cause for alarm as far as threats of insecurity during the polls are concerned.
Tell them not to be afraid. The president has assured all of us of security. You will see security that day. Anybody who owns a gun should bring out his gun that day. Anybody who owns a gun, I'm here to let APC know that they have to come out to vote. Because we have 1 million base, 1 million membership base. If the 1 million comes to vote, PDP can defeat us.
The Commissioner of Information in the state is keeping tabs on the minister's statements.
We have shown, named names of, those who were arrested and are now in police custody as called kingpins. They've made confessional statements, and those people detained have released their intelligence that is now being used by the police to track down others. In Rivers State, what we've seen the APC do is they claim every person that is dead as their member. It's a very unfortunate thing when a political party begins to romanticize death.
He believes the reports of killings are cult-related.
Governor Nyesom Wike has made it very clear that he's ready to support free, fair, and credible electoral process come next week. The Rivers people should be allowed to make their choices in a violence-free atmosphere.
And the people in the streets hope the polls will indeed be peaceful. With the elections less than 1 week away, the call of Rivers people is for credible elections to be conducted by INEC and for security agencies to live up to their promises to guarantee the security of lives and property. Emmanuel Ere, Channels Television News.
Today's rerun elections into 4 state houses of assembly seats in Akwa Ibom State has been described by some voters as peaceful, free and fair. INEC also recorded success in its experiment of conducting accreditation and voting simultaneously.
From the INEC, to the RAC centers yesterday, and then this morning the materials went to locations on time. the SPOs, and then the youth corpers, the PO, pulling assistants, and all of that. They've been very much on the ground and they're working well. I will rate this current rerun election as being free and fair. You could see the number of people that came out, some of the units. There's been large turnout, some average. But so far, we've not recorded any incidents of violence in Ikorebene. Where there were one or two flashpoints, the police were on the ground to cop anything that would have taken place. So I would take it as free and fair.
Well, the Nigerian Army has said that the clearance operations of the remnants of Boko Haram terrorists is gaining momentum at the moment in various axes covered by the theatre, especially in 7th Division area of responsibility. According to a statement by the Army spokesman, within the last 48 hours, the troops have been able to clear Boko Haram camps, killed several of the terrorists and recovered vehicles, weapons, equipment and rescued captives. The statement adds that the troops of Pt.1 Task Force Battalion have cleared terrorist hideouts in Iza and 8 other surrounding villages. In another operation, troops of 121 Task Force Battalion deployed at Pulka came under attack from suspected Boko Haram terrorists fanning out of Sambisa forests to escape sustained aerial bombardment by the Nigerian Air Force pilots. In the meantime, the Nigerian Army says that it has killed some suspected armed bandits and cattle rustlers in the northwest region of the country. This is according to the General Officer commanding 1 Division, Major General Adeni Oyebade. The GOC also disclosed that some weapons were recovered during the operation, which spanned some states across the region.
Troops of the 1 Mechanized Division of the Nigerian Army have been busy lately. And it's not with the deadly Boko Haram insurgents, but a challenge posed to security operatives in the northwest region, armed bandits and cattle rustlers.
My job is to make sure those people who don't have security are provided security. So if in your community, in your local government, you know the bandits and you're protecting them, you're only doing harm to yourselves. Because sooner or later, they'll come after your family. They will kidnap your children. So we must take out these bad elements from our midst.
With a new onslaught codenamed Operation Sharan Daji, the General Officer commanding the division and his men appear to have recorded some gains. This has led not only to the flushing out of the criminals, but the recovery of hundreds of stolen cattle. However, the GOC is quick to warn his men to carry out their operations in accordance with the rules of engagement and to protect the rights of civilians at all times.
Use our loud hailers to ask for those people to get out, and once they come out quietly, we ask the district leader or the community leader to identify that person. And if there is proof that he has been involved in kidnapping or cattle rustling, we'll hand him over to the police.
The GOC also used the opportunity to pay a courtesy visit to the Zamfara State Governor, Abdulaziz Yari, with assurances that the military is committed to fighting crime within the northwest region.
Well, children orphaned by the ongoing Fulani Herdsmen attacks on Agatu and other communities in Benue State have protested against the continued occupation of their homes, demanding the immediate relocation of the herdsmen. The children who have been exposed to realities of violence, with some of their friends killed by the herdsmen, the immediate relocation of herdsmen from Agatu and other communities in Logo, Taka, Guma and Kwande local government areas.
Little Daniel and Simon lead the TV orphanage home protest against the killing of their parents and siblings and the ongoing war between communities in Benue State and suspected Fulani herdsmen. They want all herdsmen in Benue State out. They say the herdsmen have shown only hostilities and no appreciation to their host communities.
We want the herdsmen to leave our state. Let them go to their own state. They should not be in our state more again. They are born to the house that we are living, and I don't want that. We don't have money to build another house. My problem is that we don't want to let this problem be going forward again.
I live in Agatu. They keep my father around for the crisis, and I'm living in TV Hope Academy, TV orphaned home. I want government to protect our state so that no Afghani they should pursue Afghani from our state.
Here at the government house, Governor Samuel Otom addresses the concerns of the children.
The situation seems to be getting out of hand, and I told Mr. President, and he accepted that in spite of deploying mobile policemen, there was need to deploy soldiers.
Although herdsmen are still occupying parts of Agatu local government, the real threat to life appears to be in Tarka and Logo local government areas, where there's been repeated clashes between the farmers and the herdsmen.
When we return, there will be more on communal clashes and how we can live together as a people in peace. And in part 2, after the break, an early morning accident in Lagos, southwest of Nigeria, leaves one person dead. We're going to have that after we return. Stay with us.